What's up, everybody? Jay Leone back here today. I didn't think I'd make it. It was it was one delay after another, everybody. One delay after another. So I am back. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving, fantastic holidays with your family, friends, whatever. Hope everybody was safe. Hope everybody vaped their ass off. Yeah. Man, the other night I was sitting down saying, gotta get to these reviews, can't wait to get to these reviews. Sometimes you get that itch and you just want to get on camera and start talking about vape-related products, considering I talk to myself a lot about vaping because I have nobody to talk to it about because my wife's not a vapor and a lot of my friends don't vape. So, yes, anyways, it's not about any of that. Today, it's about a review. Today, I keep saying today. Today we are looking at the Lancia RDA Clone.
The next one, then I'm gonna kill you. Don't believe it, but I'm betting that you will. Stop, no, I'll let you live a little bit with the pain that I bring. You know it's over.
So, the Lancia RDA, I forgot where it came from. It's from a company called CloudSig. They're the manufacturers of this particular clone. Where did I get it? I got it from 101vape.com, where I get a lot of my cool rebuildable clone atomizers. Paid $14.99, which is, in my opinion, a steal. They still have $14.99. I thought it was a Black Friday special. Maybe they still have their Black Friday sale going, but they still have it and it's still in stock. So, yeah. Is the light too much on my face here? I feel like it's on me too much. There we go. This lighting is driving me nuts. So, yeah, $14.99, 101vape.com. Now, if you're interested in the original, I did find the original, not in stock, obviously. They never are. $149.99. Whew! Wow! And you could actually select your serial number. Interesting. That's at bvapehappy.com. If you're interested in the original, $150. That's a lot of watermelons, everybody. Holy shit. So yeah, $15 or $150. You choose what you want. And this little atomizer has been surprising to me. It's been surprisingly good, actually. I've got a 0.6 ohm single coil build on here with one of the 4 airflow holes. I did 4 like this. One of the 4 airflow holes wide open. Yes, there are 4. You'll see all this stuff that I'm talking about when we get down up close here. The build that I'm using in here is the build that you're going to see me do in the up-close version, in the up-close segment, I should say. Excuse that it may not be the best. I don't have the best material / cameras to do these up-close segments, but I do get requests from time to time asking if I could do them on camera, so I try my best. And what is so great about this right now is the airflow setting I have it set to is perfect for restricted lung draws or mouth to lung draws. I'm getting like the best of both worlds. So I could do that's a mouth inhale, a mouth to lung inhale, I should say, and then a lung inhale. It's a little tight for a lung, but again, I could go in there and I could adjust this airflow if I want to. But for me, I'm more of a mouth to lung guy anyway, but I could still muster up the lung inhales out of here by just doing a little carb on the side of my lips here, letting some extra air slip by. So let's go up close. You'll see everything I'm talking about with the airflow and everything. Then I'll come back, I'll give you specs, I'll give you my final thoughts, my opinions, and all that kind of good stuff. Alright, so here we are close up with the Lancia RDA Clone. The maker of this clone is, I believe, SigCloud or CloudSig. I've never heard of them before till this date. Yeah, and, you know, standard packaging, cardboard box. Says Lancia over here. Says wow. Wow. It says wow on this side too. Wow. Yeah, that's it. And then you just lift the top off here, and you're gonna get the Lancia with all its parts. And this does come with quite a bit of goodies. And excuse me while I mess around with things, because let's get a little better zoom here. Here we go. It has been a while since I've done a video, obviously. You do get a glass tank here. Glass tank. It's not really a tank, but a glass barrel piece, I should say. Very thick glass, actually, and not sharp or anything. Definitely glass. Nice smoothed areas around the glass. We'll set that aside. And then you get also a stainless steel section, but here it is in pieces real quick. I'm gonna have to put this on a mod. Put it on here and just, there we go. Yeah, there's the main piece of it, which is the barrel. Let me clean up this focus, because holy shit, that's bad. Alright, a little bit better. So yeah, you have 3 posts. You have flathead screws on top here. Then you have these 4 massive holes. We'll get into all this here in a minute. I'm just showing you quickly. You have the 2 airflow slots right here, and then on the opposite side you'll have 2 more airflow slots right there. 510 threading and solid pin here. I'll get into the specs and what all the contacts are here in a minute. Actually, when we go back up top, so you have these 2 beefy holes here, and then on the opposite side you have 2 more beefy holes here. You could do this as a dual coil. I believe you could do it as a single coil also. I think I'm going to build a single coil on here anyways, because that's usually how I like to vape, is single coils. So yeah, there's the atomizer itself. You can see not much of a well, really. Very shallow well, drip well right there. But yeah, that's that. It does have some engravings here. Ara Mods, serial number 2075. And it says Lancia by Ara Mods, or Era Mods. Not sure, but that's the original maker of the Lancia if you're interested in getting the original, not the clone. Here's the tube section. This has got this nice design going around it. I really do like that, actually. Nice design, nice solid hunk of stainless steel. And like I said, we already showed you the glass. And then here's a top cap. Kind of got the same kind of design going around here. Very nice. Very nice. You can see that. There you go. Very nice. Fits all 510 drip tips. Where's my drip tips? It does not come with a drip tip. I repeat, it does not come with a drip tip. Which would have been nice, but you do get a lot of goodies with this. And yeah, they all fit in there pretty nice and tight. That drip tip there. And then there's another drip tip right here. Just ordered some drip tips. I need some new ones. That one fits in there nice too. So yeah, any 510 drip tips you want. And then also underneath here, you're gonna get some more spares. You're gonna get a ton of spares and a ton of pieces here. You're gonna say, what is all this shit for? Yeah, you got a flathead screwdriver here. Let me just open up the packaging. Alright, let's get this flathead out of here. A bunch of O-rings, I believe, too. Okay. So yeah, in here you're gonna get 3 O-rings here, so you'll have 1 for each. There's 2 on the barrel, 1 up top, right there, and then there's 2 O-rings, actually, too close, right over here. So you got quite a choice of, quite a selection of O-rings. You're also gonna get some Canthal, Canthal right there. It feels like 28 gauge. It's pretty thick stuff. Actually, it might feel like 26 gauge, to be honest with you. Not sure, but... And then you get some silica also right there. A nice bag of silica. If you still use silica. So all these pieces that I have strewed about here, they're airflow adapters, basically. This is the biggest size one here. I'm not sure in size. I need a caliber to start measuring these things. I plan to get one in the future. Yeah, this is the biggest one right here. Let me do a little bit of better focusing. I've already lost some of these. They're very tiny. and very easy to lose. Okay, so you can see that's the biggest one right there. Then we have a size down, which will be, I believe, that's the same size. I should have had this all organized. Here's a size smaller than that. And then we have an even smaller one. Looks like there's 3 different sizes, which is this little one. And I guess that's if you would like to take mouth to lung inhales, like I usually tend to do, but not on drippers. I usually tend to do lung inhales. Yeah, and there's just a bunch of the same ones in here. And you also get these ones here. Where are ya? You get closed. There you go. These right there, and these are just closed off ones. And those are if you want to block some of those holes off completely. Like I have already done here on one side. I blocked off the one side with 2 of those solid ones, so I could have a single coil. So that's nice. You could do a single coil by just blocking off these 2. And actually, if I wanted just one airflow hole, you just drop that guy in there. And there you go. Now I could have just one airflow hole, but I'm going to leave 2 of them open, and I'm going to put the wide open pieces in there. And we're going to go ahead and build a single coil on there. So you can see there, I've got one side closed off, and I put the 2 big hooving holes in there so I can get nice big swooshy airflow for my single coil. I do like this idea. It's different. This is what intrigued me about this atomizer, is these little plugs to control your airflow. And the fact that the airflow actually comes from the bottom of the coil. Usually that provides the best flavor. We'll talk about flavor in a little bit, but yeah. You have many and many options. 3 different airflow sizes, and then you could actually have 1 hole over your coil, 2 holes over your coil, 1 big hole, 1 small hole, single coil, dual coil. You know, and alright, I got some 24 gauge wire here. Some Canthal A1 24 gauge, and I'm going to wrap it here around this 2.5mm screwdriver. And I'm going to do, I was asked recently, first of all, to try to wrap some quills on screen. So I'm going to try to do it for you guys, for those that don't know how and are just getting into this. What I do is I take my thumb and I secure the wire here with leaving enough slack. And then I start wrapping, and I kind of use this ledge on the screwdriver as my, this ledge right here, as like my guide. I start my first wrap right on that ledge. I'm going to do about 7 wraps. I'm going to try to do this on camera. It's not that easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And obviously, you know what? Let's make it 8. Okay, it's like 8-ish. 8-ish right there. And obviously I have way too much wire, so I'm going to snip some of this off here. But basically, that is my coil. And yes, I am not the best at coils, I know, especially on camera. I do make some pretty good coils, though. I like to think so. I like to think that I'm better than average coil wrapper. You want to get these coils as tight as possible. I'm going to compress these down here. And what I usually do is just go, first of all, I take that first lead here that I started up here, and I unwrap that 1 full turn to get that, because that first wrap is usually a garbage wrap anyway. It's just to keep it in place. Just like that. And then basically I'm going to take my coils here, and I'm going to push them together as hard as I can with my fingers and compress them against that ledge there, so I get a nice tight wrap on the micro coil here. And you can see they're not perfectly nice together, but I will tighten it when I get it on my mod, and I'll show you that. Let's see if you can see this. Well, first off, the idiot needs to loosen the posts up here with the included flathead. Okay, loosen those posts. And by the way, those posts on here, they are pretty massive. They're healthy, proportionate size. You could put some big wire in there. this is, like I said, 24 gauge. Just inserting my wire in these post holes, and of course I have way too much wire, but we'll snip all that off, no problem. And just pull it center, pull it through here. I like to keep it on the screwdriver to keep everything neat. Alright, so I'm tightening them all up here. I kind of did a little bit of off camera, but for the most part, all intensive purposes, the coil is in there, nicely wrapped. Let's zoom out a little bit here so I get this cleaned up. There we go. You could see. Nice, simple micro coil. I actually took out one of those pipettes here underneath the coil and I blocked it off. So I actually have 3 of them being blocked off. I have just the one wide open. Now I could see you easily doing a quad coil because each coil would sit right over that airflow, right over the airflow hole there, and you could do a quad nice and easily and have all 4 wide open. If you really want to do that, you can. You could also do a really big coil, so basically a dual parallel or a single parallel coil right over here, and it would cover up both these holes, and then you could have them both wide open. But I'm going to try it simple and leave it as simple for now and see how that works. So you see I got the one coil right over the airflow hole. It's just where you want it. And basically I'm going to do a little wiggle and tug and break these wires off. And there we go. Get all the excess off. And now you can see nice and cleaned up. No excess leads. All janky looking. That's where you're going to come in and compress it. So get it nice and hot. And then come in with your pliers and just squish it together. Just like that. And then let's fire it again. See if that cleaned it up. Boom. Now it's going from the inside out. That's all it really takes. Nice bright red. Then I'll come in with my pliers one last time. Do not use the pliers on here while you're firing it. Fire it and then let it go, and then apply a little bit of pressure with your pliers. Alright, so I just got a little strip of cotton here. Just going to roll it up between my fingers. Just going to roll it up, get a nice point out of the end here. This might be a little too much, but that's what I do. I roll up a lot of cotton. Get a point. Just feed her through. Just feed her through that coil and then just pull her through. You want it a little tight, but not too tight. So there we go. That's probably good enough right there. And we'll trim off some of the excess here. And that's it. All cottoned up, and just get your flathead here and pile some of this cotton down. You don't want to obviously block your airflow holes like I'm going to because I have too much cotton probably. And I like to tuck it underneath. Again, just be careful because your airflow is coming from underneath, so make sure none of the cotton's sitting in that airflow hole here. I gotta trim some more of this off on this side. There we go. Just tuck the rest of it kind of behind it, away from the airflow hole. And then basically, let's take some juice. And we're using El Camino today from Good Life Vapor, 6 milligram, and just juice her up. And there we go. She should fire. And there's vapor. Hot, scalding vapor. Shit. Boom. Single coil, measured her out at 0.6. So a little higher than I would like it to be, but good enough for my vaping pleasure. So let's go up top and we will vape on this, we'll assemble it, and we'll talk a little more about it. So there you go. You've seen the Lancia RDA Clone up close and personal. Yeah, it's quite innovative with the airflow plugs that you drop in the 4 holes there. You also got the fact that the airflow is actually coming from the bottom here, or this, I should say the side, but it's from the side and then it's going up underneath your coil, which is what causes the good flavor I'm receiving off this. The flavor is exceptional. I would say, because this is one of my favorite juices, El Camino, and I love this juice, so it's making it real stand out right now. I'd say, flavor-wise, in my opinion, remember, this is my opinion, it's better than the Plume Veil, as far as flavor goes. It could be a little more fidgety than the Plume Veil, but $15, I mean fidgety meaning the air plug, the plugs you put down there for the airflow. I did find if I tilted it upside down, which you shouldn't, it's a dripper, it's going to leak, the plugs that are in here will wiggle themselves out, especially the ones on the opposite side of the coils. Now, if you had a dual coil and you had the coil sitting with the cotton above each side, you wouldn't have that issue. But I have one side completely plugged off and another plugged there, which you, again, saw in the close-up. Take another vape here. And you could adjust this bad boy. I mean, I've had it wide open, all 4 holes open, and it is too much airflow, in my opinion, again. Ugh, piece of hair. And, I mean, I love, it's so hard to see because of the lighting, but, oh, there you go. The glass, I love being able to see how much juice is on my coil, if my coil is saturated enough. You know, it's great. I love seeing the coil action go on here. If I press the button, you can see the vapors rising. So I love that. And I mean, you also do get the stainless steel section here. So if you don't want the glass look to it, you can pop this little stainless steel section on there, which you saw up close also, but it's a nice design on that stainless steel section. You also do, which I wanted to point out here, is you have this dome top cap. I didn't really show the dome part of the top cap, so that's one of the reasons you're getting the good flavor out of this. And the O-rings on the top and the bottom, they're a little, I don't know how to say it. Well, I don't know how to say it. They're a little mushy, meaning they're too big for what they're being used for. So when you push it down, they mush down and they get caught. Lube it up with a little bit of e-liquid, and you should be fine. Like right now, I don't know if you can see that, but the top cap's not sitting on there right. It's actually trying to get it down. It's smushing those O-rings. Well, of course, now it goes on. Yeah, those O-rings there, a little too big for the application, so they're kind of loose on there. But they are tight. I mean, but they're just loose, if that makes any sense. Tons of vapor. I mean, there's no shortage on vapor, and this is just the one airflow hole on there. I'm gushing a lot, but you know what? I haven't experienced any leaking from these holes. I would assume if you over drip and it does get down those little holes, you will get leaking down the side here, obviously. You'll learn how much to drip in this over time. I haven't had any leaking in there, and I'm not one for under dripping. I'm always over dripping. I'm always flooding my atomizers. So it's working for me relatively well. Like I said, the only complaint I really have is those pipettes. If you do tilt it upside down, those little airflow grommets, they tend to pop out, and the mushy O-rings, which can be remedied if you buy some better O-rings for it. That's all. That's all there is to that. Trying to think of any other negatives I have. The terminals, flatheads, nice and easy. They don't come loose. They seem to stay on there nice and easy. Nice big post holes, so you can put big gauge wire. Single, dual, or quad coil application in this easily. Dual quad, considering you have those 4 different airflow holes that you can set. You know, you customize it to your vape, which is nice. And I like single coil, so it's working great for me. But like I said, it's a 0.6 ohm coil in here, and it's chucking the vapor. It's been great for me. Really do recommend this for $15. $15 and 101 vape. Their shipping's like $1.99, so it's $17 shipped to your door. Get everything but a drip tip. Quick, let me run over the specs because I didn't. It's a 22 millimeter rebuildable dripper, obviously. It weighs 80 grams. It's made of stainless steel. 510 threading. What else? Yeah, unique airflow design, which I will agree. Tri-pole design, obviously. Sick top cap. Hawaiian-inspired engraving. That's what it says in Alibaba. Oh, here you go. Here's something I didn't mention. The airflow sizes. It does say them. If this is correct, they are 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, and 3 millimeter airflow holes in there. The little plugs. That's the sizes for those holes. And obviously, there's completely blocked off if you choose to do that. So that's the specs on it. That's about all I got on this atomizer, guys. I mean, it's a great dripper. Flavor is great. Let me have a few more vapes before we send you off. We're looking a little dry, so let's not end the video with some dry hits. I like the fact that my drip tip kind of just sits in there. Not loose, but not super tight. Loose enough to where I can just pull it off and the top cap and everything else stays on here. By the way, it's on a copper vanilla clone, which I love and use all the time for dripping. Maybe I should unlock the device. Like I said, long inhales. Mouth inhales. Mouth to lung. I like this airflow setting. It's great. Gobs of vapor. So, highly recommended from me. Feels good to be doing reviews again. Feels good to be back. I am back now. Obviously, Christmas is here, and New Year's is not very far after that, so there'll be some hit or miss videos those weeks coming, but for now, I got my hands full with a lot of reviews to do. Next is going to be the Vapor Shark DNA 40. I did get my hands on one through Black Friday, so we'll be doing a review on the Vapor Shark itself, and then I'll be looking at the DNA 40, which we talked about in a vlog a while back. Wasn't, excited about it, but I was able to get it for a reasonable price, so I'm willing to give it a go and test it out and see what it's all about and let you guys know if I think it's worth the money. That's coming soon. And then the giveaway. The giveaway will be right between Christmas and New Year's. It'll be like a late Christmas present for somebody that wins it. It's going to be some rebuildable dripping atomizers that I have stockpiled that I want to just give away. So that will be after Christmas. But next will be the Vapor Shark, then will be the DNA review, and then we'll do a vlog / giveaway / happy holidays video type thing. That's it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope some of this information was helpful, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe down below with the description link. And until next time, live well and vape on. Let me unlock my device.
Unless you're the next one, then I'm not the kill. You don't believe it, but I'm betting that you will. Stop, no! I'll let you live a little bit with the pain, man. I bring, you know it's only the beginning.